hello, here we are again. I'm here with my family. I'm eating Mastic Ramos, grandson of T.V.Ramos, and I'm here to get his version on this whole musical setup. So you'll hear it from the man himself. Take it away, my cousin.
Okay. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Nice you having me here.
Yes, I appreciate you, what you're doing for me, because we need to hear your version. And by the way, we are here at his store, party balloons and chairs.
We do chair rental, table rental, everything pertaining party, sound system, stage.
Oh, okay.
You know,
the tent,
tablecloths.
Okay.
You know, and we've been doing this from 2006.
Okay, you've been here since 6. All right.
Yeah. So
beautiful. Yes.
You know, I'm thankful that the business had worked out all these years.
Yes,
you know, the way how
yes.
I had wanted it.
Yeah, yeah. So you're your own proprietor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to go back, rehash the whole life story here. Where were you born?
I was born in the country of Belize, Dangriga, 1955, and I lived there all my youth.
Okay. So what was your first elementary?
Sacred Heart School.
Sacred Heart.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my alma mater as well.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, from there we get transferred to Holy Ghost.
School. Okay,
yeah,
when that got built.
Yeah, when that got built.
Okay. Was that before Hati or?
That was after Hati.
After. Okay.
After
okay.
Hati. From there, you know, I proceeded on to take some courses there at St. John's and, you know, in Belize City.
But before that, I just want to touch a little bit on your grandfather, great T.V.Ramos. He's the founder of our settlement there. I would like to know a little bit about him, what you know of him, where he was born, how that coordinate with you, and what you heard about him, and from whom.
Well,
Mabiga, Musunga Goyin. Welcome to Inside the Music. And I'm your host, yours truly, Great Pete.
The first thing came to my attention was that my grandfather was from Honduras.
Okay, which most of us are.
And the year when I was born, 1955, that was the same year my grandfather died.
Mm.
So I didn't get to know him.
Okay.
Right? But I've heard and I've read accomplishment and, you know, the work that he have done in communities here in Belize, Honduras, and I'm very proud of what he did.
Yes.
For the,
we all are.
You know, for the Garifuna community. And that really inspired me to continue and do some of his
legacy.
Yeah.
Also affiliated with Marcus Garvey.
Yes, yes,
right?
yes.
Apparently, what I heard, they had an office in Dangriga.
Well, that's what I heard.
Yes, yes, my dad told me.
You know, he was in the mix with his freedom fighters. He was also a writer.
Yes. My dad has some of his hymns. He wrote some hymns.
Yeah.
And he had plays. My mother used to act in his early plays, from what I understand. And he also did the Garifuna Queens.
Yes, I heard my aunt was
the first winner.
The first queen.
Right, for the record. All right, beautiful.
Yeah, Joel Ramos.
Good. All right.
Yeah, you know, so I heard these things.
Legendary anyhow, you know, so we need to just pass that on so the youth, the future generation will know these things, you know, because there are a lot of things that they really don't know, and you hear different versions of it, but hearing it from you, the man himself, a descendant and a grandson, it seals it, you know, makes it more powerful, right? But in Dangriga, how did you get into this music? Well, before that, I want to ask about your siblings. How many siblings do you have, sisters, brothers?
Well, it was the 8 of us with my mom.
Okay.
Right. Ashan, myself, Douglas, Gilbert, Chico, Ramos.
So Gilbert is older than Chico? Or Chico?
Yeah, Gilbert is older than Chico. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, Chico Ramos.
Alright.
Ivan Ramos.
Okay.
Anthony Ramos. You know, these are, you know, all my
All your
brothers.
siblings.
Yeah.
Alright. So there are a lot of boys in the family.
It's all boys.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's it. Gold strikers.
Yeah.
Alright. So the first band you played with, who influenced you?
Well, the first band I started to go around was the Magicians Combo, which was 2 doors from my house.
Okay.
That was in the 60s. You know, I was still a kid.
Alright.
You know, so I used to go there, shake the shaka, you know, beat the 2 sticks, and
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, percussion man.
yeah, you know, put some ponging on those congos and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and
Okay. So they had congos or they had the Garifuna drums then?
no, the
or
congos.
Just congos.
Yeah,
Okay.
because at that time, we didn't use Garifuna drums in the bands then. You know, the traditional Garifuna groups, you know, they are the one that were using the drums.
Oh, okay, okay.
You know, but the bands, you know, we would have the normal drop set. You know, the congos. Back in the days, they call it tum tum.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Okay.
so yeah.
So
yeah,
for those that are used to that terminology.
yeah.
Okay.
So, so I started there with Mr. Elmo Carlis,
Okay.
and
What did he play?
Mr. Elmo Carlis, he was the saxophone player for
Saxophone. Okay.
yeah, he and Emerson Mackay.
Mm.
You know, they were the 2 sax players for the band. And then we had Lanzi Valentine
Drummer.
on the drums.
Okay.
At that time.
Okay.
you
The
know.
late Lanzi.
Mhm.
All right.
And then we had Pata. Pata used to be the custodian.
Okay.
You know, and Cito Leslie.
Oh, all right.
Cito Leslie used to sing for the Magicians too at that time.
Mm.
You know, he and this other guy, Goyo. So, you know, we used to go playing out in Hopkins and Pomona Valley at that time. And then, if I'm not mistaken, Bajo, Edwin, he used to be the bass player for us.
Is he the one that played with Don Hosto?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
All
yes.
right, all right.
Yes, and then you had Shaman.
I remember Shaman.
No, Jarman on the guitar.
Oh, Shaman. Well, Shaman played with you guys too, right?
Well, Shaman played with us
The
When
guitar
I-
player.
when I moved from the Magicians
Okay.
to the Z combo.
Mm.
Then Shaman and Jarman were on guitar,
Okay.
and then you had Pen Cayetano.
Mighty Pen.
Yeah, Pen Cayetano on the bass,
Okay.
and then I was on the drums.
I see.
You know, then I started to develop my drumming skills, you know, with Z combo for about 2 years. And there came Carl Zinn in Dangriga,
All right.
starting to create a band, and the name of the band was Octagons,
Oh, okay.
right? So I had played with Octagons too for a while.
Okay.
From Octagons, I had moved out of Dangriga. Myself, Zeke, Pen Cayetano, Papalad,
Okay.
you know, all of us had moved to Corozal, right?
Okay, okay.
And then somebody had bought some instruments for those guys, and they started a band named Super Gliders
That was in Corozal?
in Corozal.
All right.
And then I had found a guy that sponsored me, and then I had my own band. The name of the band was Survivors.
So you created that band?
I created Survivors
Okay,
in
okay.
Corozal. And the Survivors band was...
So were those guys imported like from Dangriga or
Yes,
they were
yes,
locals
yes,
from
yes.
Corozal?
Yes, most of them were imported.
Okay.
It was Katat on the keyboard,
Oh, okay. So that's
Jarman on the bass, Chach on the guitar.
where was he from?
He was from Corozal.
Okay.
And then you had This guy here, they call him Gunguwa,
Yeah, I heard the deal.
right? He was on PG, from Punta Rock.
Okay, okay.
You know, he was our vocalist. And we had a pretty good band with the Survivors because we went to the Battle of the Bands and all that and give some trouble up in
Battle of the Band, where was that here?
at the MCC grounds.
Okay,
Belize
City.
Yeah, we came in second that year.
Okay.
Ray-Ban was the one who defeated us.
So what type of music were you guys playing then?
We were playing the regular top 40 music.
Okay.
We had Garifuna songs that we were playing. And but at that time it was mostly salsa, merengue, you know, cumbia, right?
How did that influence? Where did that come from?
Well, we were playing in the north part of Belize, so you know it's Latino, you know, more Latino oriented. So we had also play the music for those people over there in the north, and then we used to go play in Chetumal too. So again in Chetumal, you have to, you know, play the more familiar type of music.
Okay.
So we played a little bit of soca too, you know, and traditional Garifuna songs.
Okay.
Yeah. So then from Corozal, I came down to Belize City, 1975, and I was working at Ismael Gomez and Company Limited on Muscle Street. And there I used to work with the ex-minister of Belize right there, Michael Finnegan. Finney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Finney used to work with us over there along with Fabro was our chief warehouse man. You know, there where I got to know Michael Finnegan.
Okay.
You know, and I worked there for quite a while. From there, we were shifted from the warehouse to Belize Flour Mill. Because when Belize Flour Mill opened, myself and Mario Ovado from Dangriga was the only Garifuna working there. Yeah, Mario, I think he had passed away some years ago.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, and at the time working at Ismael Gomez, I was playing with the Glenwood and the Telegram.
Who was that? Who was the operator?
Mr. Glenwood was the owner of that band.
Okay.
Right? I'm very thankful that he had given me the opportunity to play in that band because, you know, at those times, it was kind of difficult for a Garifuna man to get into a Belize band. You know, a Belize City band. Yeah, you know.
Story.
Yeah, you know. So I was happy to be, you know, one of the chosen few.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. You know, because you remember Sparrow had the opportunity with Ray-Ban.
Yes.
And Curly had the opportunity with that, you know, band by the canal side. I forgot the name of the guy that used to have that boxing. Eustace Vernon.
Okay.
Yeah, you know. So, and then I had another Garifuna brother too in Glenwood when I was there. Fred Zambula.
Okay.
Yeah, he lives in the Cayman Islands. Yeah, he was the guitar player for Glenwood that time when I was in the band. And I played with Glenwood till 1979. I decided that I was heading back to Dangriga.
Okay.
I went back into Dangriga. I met this guy, Mr. Harvey Guerrero, well known as New Roxy.
He's the one that owned the club?
Yeah, the club down there.
Harlem Square?
Yeah, Harlem Square, yeah.
Okay.
So I sat down and I talked to him and I told him about my musical career. I gave him my experience throughout the years and stuff like that. I guaranteed him whatever I'm setting him up to do, it will be a great accomplishment. So he sat down and he spoke to his wife over a few months. And he called me one day he told me I've discussed this with my family and we'll give it a go.
So what was your proposition for him?
My proposition for him was that I'll put this band together and I have a way how I will move this band and his money will be guaranteed. So he said, okay.
And he invested in you.
So he invested in me.
What was the name of the band?
Sound City.
Oh, that's when Sound City came out.
Yeah.
So was Penn, the Turtle Shell was playing already, or?
Yes, Penn was out from 78, 78, 79. When Sound City started, Penn was established already.
Okay.
Right? Sound City band is from Cedar Street, and the Turtle Shell band is from Moho Street, which is adjacent to Cedar Street.
Okay.
So we are right around the corner from
Right.
each other, you know.
All
So, so the music he played, we took the Turtle Shell music,
which was more cultural.
And we bring it more commercial, right? You know, like Missionary.
Yeah.
You know, that was one of Penn's songs.
Well, you guys changed the landscape of the music.
Yes. So what we did, we took it to another level.
Yes. So you guys added keyboards and
bass,
electric, instruments,
drums, hand section, you know, to the music. And we had young boys from the neighborhood.
Such as?
Which was Peru,
Okay.
Vood, Chico Ramos,
Right.
Gilbert Ramos. And I remember I went to talk to this boy's mother, Fenton Banner. I spoke to his mother. At this time, Fenton was a young boy in church. I begged the mother for him to come and play for the band, which she was a little hesitant.
Slow movement.
You know, letting go of her son.
Yeah.
And bam, you know, he came over and then he started to play with us. And I started to drill those guys. I drilled them just the way how we used to practice in Belize City with Glenwood. From 9 to 4. Wow. Serious rehearsal. Right? Sound City was not an overnight band. These little boys had put in a lot of work.
You guys were tight too.
A lot of work. Yeah. Constructed them where, you know, when they're making mistakes, stop and correct their mistakes. Because, you know, music, you have to have good ears.
Yeah, no room for errors.
Yeah, you know, and because my dream was to bring this band to Ray-Ban and, you know, those other bands,
Top
professionals,
bands.
you know, so I wanted my band to be one of the top bands in Belize.
CNC Car Wash Service, 213-909-1439. Come on, you guys. Black owned. I love y'all. Thank you. CNC Car Wash. Hey.
That's why I had put the effort in to let them work hard and be aggressive with what's happening in the music. You know?
Well, you had the experience. So
yes, so
you knew the caliber that was expected.
Yeah.
So you spearheaded these guys.
Yeah.
You also not only the owner, but you showed them what was needed and how to get to that next level.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and I explained to them that one of the way for us to beat these DJs, the DJs those time, they were trying to overpower the band. So I told them that we had was to come up with, create a non-stop format with the band.
Oh, so you guys went from song to song?
From song to song. I said, we got to come hard like this.
Okay. Just
Non-stop.
flow into the next song.
So
man,
we had also created a choreography,
okay.
right, of how we were going to perform.
Okay. And all this was new?
Yes. 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 So I told them we're not going to stop. We go have this creativity where we will go from song to song, right? I said this is the only way we could outscore Ray-Ban, and this is the only way we could put a dent in the vibration and the youth connection, and you know those were the bands that time. Yeah, you understand? After I got Song City Band into the right format, I started to move the band into the big guns territory. Right? I started to move the band into Blue Angel. Okay. Started to get jobs in Bengue Fiesta, Omar in Orange Walk, Capri Club, the Exocet Disco in Orange Walk, PG.
You guys toured.
Yeah, you know, and then Belize. And then thanks to Bullet had his club up there, Crossroad Rooftop at the time, right?
Okay.
And he had got us in there too. So what I did at the time, we didn't have no jobs, right? But I had learned something from Glenn Good and Ray-Ban, that once your band is on top, you don't have to wait for jobs.
Okay.
Right? I learned that from Glenn Good and Ray-Ban. You just go book your dates. I started to do the same thing that I know Glenn and Ray-Ban was doing. I went to Orange Walk, booked my date at Omar. I went to Corazal, booked my date at Capri, my dates. I went to Benke, booked my dates. I went to Cayo, booked my dates. And then in Belmopan, Marsden in Belmopan. We used to play there every Friday.
Oh, okay.
Right? Then I would say thanks to Maito and Romel Perdomo for giving us the opportunity over there at the Thatch House in Ladyville.
All right.
We used to be at the Thatch House in Ladyville every Friday too.
Wow.
You know?
You guys are busy.
Yes. So it happens that I started to move that band, and I'll be fair, square, and honest with you. If we played in Dangriga 10 times of the Song City career, we played plenty.
Wow. So you guys are wanted all over.
Every week we on the road.
So before we even get to you bringing Song City here, I want to touch on the song that Chico made famous, and how did that all come about? You know, Kung Soup.
Okay.
You know, and who wrote it, and how did that develop, and so forth.
Well, Kung Soup wasn't a song.
No.
No.
Okay.
Kung Soup was a phrase that my brother Gilbert and Chico came up with at the end of each set. And it all happened because there was a guy in San Ignacio, Papa Joe, right? So after we finished playing, we go to Papa Joe's school spot.
Okay.
And we drink up the soup to Papa Joe.
So that's how you come about.
Yes.
All right.
So at the end, we got to Louis Papa Joe after Kung Soup going on there.
All right.
What time you get Kung Soup, you know?
I never did that.
Yeah, you know.
Big bells. It's still a big tune. I
Yes,
hear it
yes.
all
So
over the place, you know.
So that's the way the tune started to come about. You know, the band started to around the music and started to put music to it till it become a song.
Okay.
You know, that's the way how Kung Soup came.
All right.
Right?
So how did they get out from there? Blew out of proportion, you know?
Well, what happened, Song City created the song and the members of the band. You know, because, you know, one man can't do it.
Right,
You
right.
know, you need a whole, whole group of people to, you know, to put things together.
Yeah.
But Chico was the upfront man for the band. He was the lead singer.
Okay.
You know, so with Song City, we had a chemistry where the whole band used to do vocals.
Okay. Okay.
Right? So everybody in the band participate in the vocal section of all the music in the band.
Yes.
That's what made Song City a different band from the rest of the bands in Belize.
Had a unique sound.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So when I left Belize 1983, the band break up and I continued the band here in the United States. But
Okay, well, I want to ask, when they came to the States, you were already here? Because I saw them at Prince Hall.
when they came to the States, the band had broke up already in Belize. Michael Zabani bought some equipment from Dels and the Sensation.
Okay,
Right?
that's the connection.
Right?
All right.
And when Michael Zabani bought the instrument from Dels and the Sensation, he took the guys from Song City and he created his own band by the name of Songs Incorporated.
Ah, so that was the switch over.
Yes.
Okay, so that's when Chago came in?
Yes.
I was
Yes.
going to ask about that, but...
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
So the same Song City band is the same Song Incorporated.
Okay, okay, okay.
You know, so
Right.
so to speak.
Well, of
Yeah.
course he saw the guys performing anyway,
Yeah,
so he
yeah.
knew... All right.
Yeah. So Zabani took over the band, and you know that's the way Song Incorporated got on the map.
Okay, okay. So that was sounds that came to the States then?
Yes, Songs Incorporated.
Incorporated. Okay, okay. Okay. I see. Wow. I just wanted all that for the records, you know, because it's important that we know how it developed and the correct story from the man himself.
Yes.
Yes.
And then the band continued to play the same music that Song City used to, you know, that used to play, and they created, you know, they continue creating more new music.
Right. So now, Dozen Sensations came and they made an album for the same with your set. So we were familiar with it because we used to hear it on tapes. It leaked out and came to the States.
Yes.
Was that bought from the band, or how did that come about? How did they get hold of the music to remake?
Because remember, there's on the Sensation, they had played, you know, Marede Bay.
Right.
Marede Bay.
Yeah.
Marede Bay, Punta Rock. You know.
Yeah. I like that. I love the album.
You know, that's one of Payne's song. That's one of Payne Cayetano's song.
Okay, so they rearranged it.
Yeah, they rearranged it, and Missionali, Missionali,
Big tune.
Missionali.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so, you know, those were the songs at that time. So,
okay.
you know, again, Missionary is one of Payne's songs, you know. But I am still happy, T.V.Ramos personally,
Yes.
that another band from Belize recognized a Garifuna song
Right. Right.
and putting it out there.
Yes. And on another level.
And I personally,
Yeah.
I don't have no
True.
no bad feeling about that. My whole thing was when I put Song City together was to get the Garifuna music out there. If you notice at that time, like they had our music in a box,
Right.
in a corner right there, and like
Right.
nobody played,
Right. Right.
you know. And even if they played, Radio Belize,
No.
don't have any push the music,
No.
right?
Yeah.
So this is why we had also get out there. That's why I made the sacrifice.
Right. Right. That was the a big sacrifice too.
Yes.
Because the only music I heard played before that on radio in Belize was the Down No Stop, that album that played.
Yes.
And that played for a short while,
Yes.
and then, you know,
Yes,
it
yes.
just kind of diminished,
Yes,
right?
because they're not interested, right? They're not really interested in playing the music, right? I will be fair, square, and honest with everybody.
Okay.
The only time that this Garifuna music was playing on Radio Belize was when Radio Belize had owned this band. I know a lot of Belizeans don't know about it,
Okay.
but I'm going to give you the history.
That's why I came here, because I wanted direct.
Nelson Diamond
Okay.
was the leader of the Belizean Ambassadors. The Belizean Ambassadors band was owned by Radio Belize,
Oh, I see.
right?
You heard that? Okay.
And Mr. Daniel Mejia,
Mr. Dan.
Uncle Dan,
Uncle Dan,
the trombone player,
All right.
right?
Yes.
He was a part of the Belizean Ambassadors. Right?
Okay. Okay.
Nelson Diamond, a lot of people don't know that Nelson Diamond is from Dangriga. Nelson
really?
Diamond used to live right there on Bluefield Road in Dangriga, right?
Okay,
And he is
okay.
one of Belize's best keyboard players.
I see.
Best, international, because he used to play for big bands out here in the United States.
Wow.
You know? He was the man who did that 3-day marathon in front of Brody's.
Okay. Okay.
You know, back in those days.
All right.
You know? And I consider Nelson Diamond and Junior Crawford as two of Belize's best keyboards.
Top notch.
You know? And at that time, Belizean Ambassadors had a Garifuna Punta melody. So if anybody out there have it, they could play it. Because
All right.
I knew about it, because that was what was playing on Radio Belize at that time when Belizean Ambassadors were playing and owned by Radio Belize.
I see.
Yeah, so, and Uncle Dan was the
A
singer.
big part. Oh,
Was the
that was a singer too?
Singer too.
Oh, wow.
On,
All right.
you know, on those songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so, you know,
I would love to get a copy of that.
yeah.
or
You
reprint
know,
it.
so you could ask questions, or you could call Rene Villanueva. Well, Seferino Coleman, he died. Everett Wayne, right?
He was a radio personality.
The Belize.
All right.
So, if anybody wants this information that I'm talking about,
Yeah. Verified.
could call those people for
guys.
verification.
All right.
Yeah.
I saw an album here earlier. Mike album. I remember this album. This is for the records.
Fire hot songs! Black culture, stand up. Let's get it.
Anywhere they need it, give it to them. Anywhere them like it, give it to them. Anywhere them love it, give it to them. Anywhere them want it, give it to them. I said,
La 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 la. Make we party till the sun come on. One life to live and you know we just having fun. Drinking some gravity, that's how we rub it down. Give me what be nice, girl, you know get enough. Make we party till the sun come on. One life to live and you know we just.
Richie Ritale, Greg P. Dada. Hey, yo.
We love how the girl they rock, Belizean rock. We love how the girl they rock, the Punta Rock. We love how the girl they rock, Belizean rock. We love how the girl them rock, the Punta Rock. Love how she whine and she go low. She a bad girl and she know so. One dance and the dance floor so low. They want to take a video and photo.
Look what deny you. Look at the la hibe ahuya. Take care of yourself, people in this pandemic. Play the music. Play. Oi, Rubai Bukubu Nabu Yugole Namugabu. Rubai Bukubu Nabu Yugole Namugabu. Adugabu Mutile se me bay. Adugabu Mutile be me bay. Adugabu Mutile se me bay. Adugabu Mutile se me bay. Yugule Namugabu.
Select a girl.
Again, Song City Band, Punta Rock 88, from Belize to California. And you were the man behind this music, you know, the Jumping Jacks studio. Right here off
right there on 50th,
Crenshaw, right?
Crenshaw, 2nd Avenue, and 59th and 2nd Avenue.
Okay, because I know Medj, the late Medj, he recorded there.
Yeah.
He recorded with one of his big albums there as well, right? That's also good to know.
I was the one who took me to Jumping Jack.
See, when I saw this, I'm like, okay, this is before that.
Yeah, Chetouye.
Yeah, Chetouye. Right to Chetouye. Enough respect to him, you know? You know what I mean? He lived long. Yeah, so Hayoma and Luba 19 Lay were big songs here in California and spread. You know? So a great accomplishment as well. And I see Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch Enriquez, he was
played
playing,
on here as well.
Yeah, he was playing guitar for us at the time.
Jason Guerrero.
Jason Guerrero. I had met Jason Guerrero when he just came out of college.
Okay.
Right? And we spoke, and I found out that he was a musician.
Yes.
And he played all instruments.
Right. Versatile.
Yeah, so I said, you know what, this is one of the kind of people I need around me.
Yes.
So I spoke to him, and he became a member of the Song City Band.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he's my relative as well. Okay. And we had a band with him and his brother Boom, the late Boom, resting now in power. And he was a guitar player, his brother sung, and I used to play the drums. As youth, went to 68th Street School, where he was a part of the music class there. So that's where he first got it started, and he invited me to go there on weekends to pick up, to learn from I don't remember the name of the teacher, but he would know. So anyhow, I just wanted to interject that because, you know, and he also played with me, with my band, when we used to rehearse back when my dad's then there on 85th. Him, myself, Sing So Man, our relative again, T.V.Ramos, Clark, you know, Slick C, also Francois, Reba. So those guys were with us. So I just wanted to place that in there. But you have here, I see the mighty Papi P was also with
Papi
you guys.
P was with me. You know, the late Papi P.
Yes.
He did all the percussion and the congos and everything on that album. You know, Papi P was a very nice guy. He makes sure that he come ready all the time.
Oh yeah, my uncle will play. Men used to call him the Big Bad Wolf because he was always pushing his music and they want everybody to be, you know, in sync. And
he's a perfectionist.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I have many stories on him. Matter of fact, he helped you write a song.
Yeah.
You know, Tapo Rakatan. The Rakatan is what my grandmother would call the banana.
Yeah.
Perolina, you know, Luguri, Ragada.
Ragada.
You get the so I said, okay. You know, so really, and so I wanted him to, he was supposed to be on an album, but that day I went there, he wasn't feeling well. So I told him, you know what, maybe the next time, not knowing that was it.
Yeah, he was going to pass away.
So this Ron Battle, who is
Ron Battle is an American bass player.
Ah, okay.
Right? This guy didn't know nothing about Caribbean music. Absolutely nothing. He's a jazz player.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And we sit down and we drill him.
I know he
Look
did.
here, but when we finished drilling Ron Battle, the beauty about his style of playing, and he's a 7-footer. He played the bass way up here, right? This boy dropping those jazz notes in a Punta Rock, right?
It up.
And at the end, like when he licked that last note, cement.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
right? So we got Garifuna Budai,
Yeah.
right?
Right. Yeah,
And-
what we do, we gonna be right away.
Yes, and I met him recently with this band Lakeside. You know, like how I do
Yeah.
a lot of
Well,
functions.
Lakeside is a big band.
Yeah, well, he's a bass player.
Oh, so you
Well,
guys are the
Lakeside.
professional
Yeah,
man.
he's a pro. He's a pro.
Yeah.
Right, you know.
Lakeside is a big
Yeah.
American band, man.
So I
Black
was
American R&B.
Yes. So
Okay.
I was at Lamort Park,
Ah.
and Lakeside was playing out there.
Yeah.
So I saw this tall bass player. I said, but that looked like Ron Battle. So after I finished setting up for the event,
Okay.
I came by the stage and I holla, Boudin!
Mm.
And the man laughed and he looked up.
Yeah.
He said, I know who is that.
Yeah.
He said, Eden!
Yeah.
Right? So I said, well, and, you know, we give each other, you know, a big hug, and I told him nice seeing him back, you know, on the scene. And
I'm glad I asked about it because his name stuck out here on this album.
Battle.
Now, this Frank Castillo, who is he?
Frank Castillo, that's Michael Castillo. Michael Castillo used to be the keyboard player for Glenn Booth. That's his little brother.
Oh, musically inclined too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I had this on cassette. One of my favorites. Around 19, it took off, and it that year, you know, especially a little about 19 left, became a big song. You know, they both were, but this is the one I like. So I'm just, you know, everybody have their preference, right? And so, you know, I really appreciate everything you have done for this music, my cousin. Because
And we had another album too that we did with another set of guys from Sound City, which is Super G, Reckless, Catus,
Ramos again.
yeah, Titiman,
Okay.
and
Legendary.
yeah. So all these guys are a part of the Sound City chemistry that
Okay.
you know that I created, and I'll be honest and happy that these musicians that came from the Sound City band are some of the top guns in the industry right now,
Great.
right?
Yeah.
And I am very happy that the good Lord gave me the opportunity, that I could give others opportunity,
Yes. Yes.
right?
Yes.
For them to come up.
Right. Now, on that note, what do you think of the state of the music? You know, the Punta Rock music now,
Well,
with all the pandemic and everything, you know, because
Well-
people are at home listening.
the only thing I see right now, the music is at a very, very good level, right? But what I would encourage the younger musicians to do, right, is to bring down the speed of the music from 160 and 175 and bring the music down to about 130, right? Bring it down to about 130.
Ease up the tempo.
Right? Bring the tempo down and start to put the real Garifuna essence in the music.
Okay.
That people could dance to the music more comfortably, right? People could relate to the music more comfortably. And by doing that, the product will be more sellable.
Okay.
You understand? Because then the other people then from the Caribbean, from Trinidad, St. Lucia, Jamaica,
Yeah.
Barbados,
Dominica.
Dominic, you know, St. Vincent,
Yes.
right?
Motherland.
All these people are listening,
Yes.
right?
True.
And keep in mind that when we put our music together in the 80s, all the bands in Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, and them, they were not playing no Punta music,
No.
right?
No.
It was when Song City Band went to play to Puctum, Guatemala. We played there alongside Los Phoenix
Okay.
in Guatemala. When we went back 3 months later and played with Los Phoenix again in Flores Britain, Los Phoenix playing our music.
Ah. Got the bug.
So while we doing our thing, they copying what we doing.
Right. Well, they recorded.
Right? And then if you notice those years in the early 80s, all the different Honduran bands, they're starting to play Punta music.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So they followed us.
Right. So you guys are a heavy influence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And it's the same thing that I'm urging these younger musicians right now to get focused, bring the music down to where everybody and anybody could dance it,
Good. Good.
right? Because if you notice, so with the
Tempo. And
with the
music.
tempo of the music, right? What we got to focus on with this Punta music is the marketing,
Okay.
right? And to market this product, the product got to be real marketable, right? By bringing down the speed, a lot of people that doesn't know Garifuna, right? They can't speak the language, but the rhythm of the music is good,
Sweet.
right? So the rhythm of music is universal,
Right.
right?
Right.
So everybody could dance it,
It's a language.
yes,
Yeah.
but the speed, the tempo got to be right.
Okay.
You understand? To all our Garifuna brothers that are making music out there, try to get some horn section in the music, real horns,
Okay. Okay.
right? Once you get the real horns in the music will sound more constructive, right? The keyboard hands,
Yeah.
it's not,
Generic.
no, because there's a difference with your lip
Right.
and there's a difference with the keyboard.
Correct.
You understand?
Correct.
With your lip, you could put the hand section in different shapes and forms, right? You can't do that with the keyboard,
Okay. Okay.
you know? So I would encourage that we put a lot more horns into our music. You know?
What about the kids them that would like to play an instrument? What would you say to them?
Well, I would urge all the kids, especially in Belize, right? Belize is a country that doesn't have job for these kids, right? So I would encourage all the kids and encourage their mothers and fathers to encourage their kids to go into music. You know, a guitar, who want to be a drummer, who could sing, encourage them to sing. And if when they come out of school they don't have a job, they could have a music career that they could earn some money, right? So you says the kids sitting down there in Belize doing nothing when they come out of college,
Right.
right? So I would encourage the parents to let them, yes, incorporate music with some of their skills, that they could earn themselves some money. You know, because with this new technology age, there's a lot of ways to earn money.
Right. Because we don't actually have to be in a studio now.
No,
we send
no.
music to
Yes.
to a certain studio. They come in, they do their part.
Yes.
They send back, and it's all virtual. So
Yes.
that's a very important note there.
To all the guys that have contributed their time to the Song City Band organization, you know, I thank you guys for everything that you had contributed to this organization.
Appreciate that.
And I am very grateful to see all of you guys moving forward in your music career. I wish you guys all the best.
And so I want to wrap this up now, and I appreciate my cousin here for the insight on this music. You know, very healthy for us to know the process and what it took to bring it to this level. But not only that, this man has been here in the United States. We're here in his business, and there are a lot of people flowing, and you hear the traffic and all that, but it's all a part of LA, and this is what he does. But most importantly, right, there are a lot of big production this man has done here, and even if he is not involved as the proprietor, the man behind the song, inside the music, this is where we are, he donated stages, sound equipment from way back. Because I remember when I played with LeBan Baba, he would be the man on the boards for us, you know, at Auntie Marta. So he has given a lot of himself, not only at home, but here abroad. And I want to thank you personally, family, and I'm glad that I'm part of this clan, you know. Laulera, Negro. Thank you. Now remember, these series will be aired monthly, giving recognition to our unsung heroes and heroines in our communities. We want to give these living legends their daisies and flowers now, while they're still alive, for preserving our culture. And so, till the next episode, reach out to your loved ones. After this pandemic, I hope we all realize how fragile life could be. Well, by now, you guys should know what you're supposed to do. We got to keep supporting our music. That's the only way we're going to rise together. Sidebar, the diaspora. Let's not forget our traditional values. Keep teaching the next generation our language and culture.